As you guys know, here on YouTube, if you have a channel, if you do any pictures on Instagram or Twitter, you know that you have a ton of makeup. Every year, we get more and more and it accumulates, and at some point you have to declutter your makeup. So I've decided to declutter a few things that I'm not going to use or that I haven't even used at all. So I just wanted to kind of show you what I'm going to be decluttering and then the items that I'm going to go ahead and keep, just so that you can see what my makeup collection will look like after I downsize a few things. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you some of the stuff that I've decided to get rid of and give away to friends and family members and people that want this stuff. So I've gotten this Wonder Beauty blush set here that I'm going to go ahead and declutter. I just don't use it enough. It's a really pretty blush and highlighter set, but for me, I just don't use it enough to justify keeping it, and I don't want it to go bad just sitting in my makeup collection. I'm also going to be decluttering this one from Wonder Beauty as well, the Seascape palette. That's one that I also enjoyed using, but I just don't use it enough to keep it and be able to say this is something that I really need to keep. I also have one from Pure, which I've only used in a video here, and so it's gonna be the one that has all of the face stuff and then some eyeshadows here. Again, another item that I don't use very much, the Midnight Masquerade palette. I just don't use it enough to keep it and to justify keeping something like that in my collection. So that's one that I'm gonna be getting rid of. I recently got this one from Butter London that was really pretty. It just doesn't suit what I like to use shadows for. It doesn't have enough versatility for me. So this is one that I'm going to be getting rid of. Natural Goddess palette. Very pretty shadows in here, but again, it's just something that I'm not going to use very often. So I just feel like I should just give it away to somebody that would appreciate it more than what I do. Got the Ace Boutique Grandiose palette. This is another one that I don't use enough. These are super pretty shadows. I just don't pick it up enough to justify keeping it. So this is one that I'm going to be giving away as well, along with the Lovecraft Beauty contour palette. I tried it out because I thought, you know, I might pick it up more often. I just don't pick it up enough, and I know somebody that would really enjoy using that. All right, recently I ended up getting the Tarte Glow palette in my Boxy Charm. I haven't even opened this up, but this is something that I'm not going to use. I have a ton of contour glow type palettes, so this is something that I will be passing on to somebody that will get more enjoyment out of it than I will, only because I know I'm not going to use it very much. I can't justify keeping it within my collection. I have this Blush Bliss palette from Tarte. This is a wonderful little 4-pack of shadows, or a little 4-pack of blushes. I absolutely love this, but for me, I just don't pick it up enough, and I have other blushes that I gravitate to more. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and give it away to somebody that can use more blushes, and hopefully they'll get better use out of it. It's better than it just sitting and going bad on my cabinet there. Then I got another one from Tarte here that I'm going to be giving away as well. It is a really pretty blush and shadow set, but I just don't use it enough, and I think I don't even think I've ever used it. I might have used it maybe in a Get Ready With Me, and it is Be Your Own Chartist palette. I have got the Metal Matte palette from Kat Von D. This is a beautiful palette, but I picked it up. I just don't use it enough to justify keeping it within my collection, so this is one that I'm going to be decluttering as well. I have both of these palettes from Hard Candy. Very nice palettes. I bought both of them to do a look on YouTube, and I never got around to doing it. This is the matte palette, and then this is their like glitter shadow palette. Both beautiful palettes. Love them both. I have used them, just not in a look here, but it's time for me to declutter them because they're just kind of just sitting on my counter and I never touch them. Not because they're not good, it's just that I use other things throughout the week, and I always forget that those are there. Then I have the Nightingale palette from Pretty Vulgar, another beautiful palette. I think I've only used this in a Get Ready With Me. That's another one that I'm going to be getting rid of and decluttering. I've got this palette from Crown Pro. This is another one that, you know, when I looked at it, I was like, wow, these have such pretty colors. I've only used it in a look on YouTube here, but it's so pretty, and I think somebody else might get better use out of it. It's just, I don't gravitate towards it as much as I would like to, and I just have so much that I need to kind of declutter and get out of the rotation. That way I can put new things in, because I know I'm going to be getting new things that I'm putting into my rotation here. All right, so let's see here. All right, I have this palette from NARS that I love. It's such a nice palette. It has really nice blushes and contours in it. I just don't use it enough to justify keeping it. So I think it's going to be really nice for somebody to get some good use out of. Very nice, but it's just something I don't use enough to say I need to keep that within my collection. All right, I got this not too long ago in a Boxy Charm. It is the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow palette. Again, another beautiful palette that I think somebody can get a lot of use out of. For me, it's just something that I have a lot of these colors and other palettes that I use more often, so I don't want this to go to waste. It's a holy grail palette, it says, but it's just not the holy grail palette for me. I think it's a great palette. I got like a couple good looks out of it, but it's not something that I gravitate towards, and I think somebody else will get a lot of good use out of this. Next, I've got the TARDIS of the Sea palette, the volume 3. I haven't even opened this palette. I'm going to be decluttering it because clearly I don't use it enough or want to use it enough to even look at it. I guess I could check it out and see what's in it. I don't know. I think I actually got this either in a Boxy Charm or something like that, but yeah, here it goes. It is a really, really pretty, you know, palette that has some really neutral looks. For me, it's just a little bit too neutral, so this is going to be one that I give away to somebody that loves neutral type of colors, and I think will get better use out of it than I will. I've also got the Huda Beauty palette. This also came in a Boxy Charm. There we go. That's a really pretty color palette, but for me, I just don't use these colors enough to justify keeping it. I'm going to give it to somebody that will get more use out of it. All right, I got this recently in a Boxy Charm. It is the Tic-Tac-Toe or the Tetris palette. I have not even touched it, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to somebody that might get some use out of it. For me, it's just something that I wouldn't use every single day, so there's no reason for me to even give it a try. I think somebody would be really happy to pick this or to get this as a gift. Right. So then I've got the Moods by Laura Sanchez palette. This is a really pretty palette that I did do a look with. It's just something that I don't gravitate to very often. I think that you can get some really, really pretty looks out of it, and I think anybody that gets this will be really happy to have gotten this for their collection. For me, it's just something that I don't use very often, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this as well. All right, and then I just got some face products that I'm going to go ahead and just declutter. This is one from Ulta that I have never even opened up. This is one from Pacifica that I have tried out a couple of times. I think it's really, really pretty, and I think somebody will really get some good use out of it. This Urban Decay Afterglow palette, I actually really love this palette. I just don't pick it up enough to justify keeping it, so I think I can probably give it away to somebody that will get better use out of it and be happy to use it on a daily basis. I have too many of them that I use, and that's not one that I pick up as much as I would like to, so I think it's time to go ahead and give it away. Then I've also got this eyeshadow palette that came in a Boxy Charm that I'm going to go ahead and give away to somebody that can get better use out of it. And then I just got a few other things here. Another blush from Pretty Vulgar. And I think that's everything I'm going to go ahead and declutter. So I'm going to go ahead and get to a little picture for you so you can see what I'm going to go ahead and keep. And I'm really, really excited to get some of this stuff and give it away to people that are going to get better use out of it than I am, and be able to just keep some of the stuff that I use on a daily basis. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions or anything down in the comments down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.